the spot where the lights are bright. We're laughing, shouting, holding on real tight. Just examine that old school sound in the rhythm of night, where the fun's always found. Here we're rolling all the way, just let the good times flow. In this pixelated land where the wild ones go. Cruising at the arcade floor. We're shooting in Gallagher Rose. Yeah, we're glowing at the Pixel Show. Let's blast them at the game machine glow. Well, everybody playing, everybody scoring. Scoring at the baller room touring.
Hello. How are we doing tonight? Welcome to the show, everybody. I forgot to put on a hat, so you get to enjoy my hair. I have it over here, but I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to go on without it. How's everyone doing tonight? It's Friday night. Hopefully, you all have a drink ready to go. We have several people already in the chat. I know Bill, he gave me a raid in here, so that definitely helps. So I was like, I'm not going to mess around and wait 15 minutes for this thing to start. I'm like, we're going to go now. People are here now waiting. So let's do this. Let's get into this and have just some more fun on your Friday nights. It was a good show over there with Bill. I went into some great details about the XTREME arcade. That was a good time. Paul, he sounded like he was drowning most of the time. I don't know what was going on there. He definitely found it. He seemed like his mic was a little much. Hopefully he'll get that fixed. Holy moly. What is going on? This is what's going on. 25 USD. Thank you so much. Drink is on Jason. So thank you so much for the $25 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Everyone who gives to this, it really means so much. Try to do this stuff, knowing that people do support it. It's great. It's great. But I have a great show here for you tonight. We have several people in the chat. Before we do that though, I do have a poll. So please vote in that. When it comes to gaming happy hour, we got to have our drinks, right? That's how this works. We come up with arcade drinks, and I was doing every single week. And people, I asked people like, "Hey, is that a little bit too much? Like, should I slow it down?" And they said, "Yeah, maybe do like one a month, so that way we can have time to like get our stuff and make our own drink." So the month is ending, and I'm like, maybe there's some old drinks that I had that people didn't get a chance to go back and try because it was happening so fast. So I put up a poll, see what people thought. I can make a new drink for next month that never been done before, or I can go back to an old drink that I had that maybe you wanted to try again, maybe didn't get a chance to. So I thought I'll let the people vote, and we'll see what they say, and that's what we shall do because we give the people what they want. New drink every day. Oh, it's hard to gain XP tonight. That's what it is. He's like, I want to be at the top. I want to be at the top. Oh, let's say hi to everybody in the chat. So make sure you do vote on that. We have Calvin Wong, number 1 in the chat. We have Mike Hawkhurts, Bill sent him over, Jason Low Alien, Master Splinter, always here, always doing great. We have John Fritz. Here we go. Shotgun Sean is ready with his drink. He says, "Happy Friday, drink in hand." He's like, I'm ready, man. I don't even need anything. Like I'm here. I'm good. Then we got James Hates Everything. He's in the chat. James is such a good guy. Had a great show the other day. Israel Gaming actually did a show with me the other day. If you want to check that out too, we did a live stream. Just decided to jump on and do one real quick. We have Meatball Saucy because I'm officially voting for the duck fart. Go Ducks! There you go. Calvin Wong, PB&J. He also has his drink in hand. The Three Dark. Is it Canuck? Canuck? He's here in the chat too. Sir Sega, always glad to see you. Fat Hog, any gummies? I don't have any gummies. No, not tonight. We have Rich Odella. He's here. MSU Rich. Cover Wars. Hey, I like the Crab Ragoon shirt. Yes. So I am from. I was going through my phase. The emo phase back in the early 2000s, and I was so no one understood me. Blah blah blah. So My Chemical Romance is one of the bands I listen to, and so this is like a duo of like My Chemical Romance slash Crab Ragoons because I love Crab Ragoons. It says Crab Ragoons. Crab Ragoons. Yeah, I saw it. I had to have it because I'm like, I love Crab Ragoons, and I loved them back in the day. That was my grungy period. Uh, who else we got here in the chat? Let's see. We have, I think it said John Fritz. If I didn't, nice to see you, John. JJ, he's in the house. Brooklyn Menace, always glad to see you, man. Always glad to see you. Another $2 super chat. Duck farts for everyone. Let's go, Ducks. I don't know what duck farts are. You're gonna have to tell me. I think you gave the recipe, didn't you? Here, you did. Hold on, let me go. 1/3 Crown, 1/3 Bailey's Irish, and 1/3 Kahlua. Okay, and those are duck farts. You have to confirm that. Those are what those are. Duck farts. So definitely. Oh my goodness. Then we got Jason Alien out the gate again. Jason, my man, you're you're just you're awesome, man. I don't know what to say. You don't have to do this. Like you already do so much work behind the scenes, making sure everybody's safe, and going through and being the moderator of the century. And you don't have to do any of this, and we would still be so grateful. But you still just do that extra mile. So I really do appreciate it, Jason. All these members that are coming through. Uh, keep your eye out. I am starting to do more, getting things ready to start doing more gaming. I did it this week where I kind of got my phone out and just tried it out during my lunch just to kind of see, okay, can I do this real quick? And it worked pretty well. I mean, I got a good reaction to it, so I might start doing that more. Maybe do more of those with members as well as just doing other games and stuff. So I knew I was starting. I stared at the font. I knew it was MCRC. See, it totally is, dude. But I love Crab Ragoons, man. I love Crab Ragoons. This whole chat is green. I like green. Me too, man. Well, almost green. Almost green. Oh, goodness. Well, guys, I'm sorry last week I wasn't on. It was a long weekend. We actually went and stayed at my. We had a graduation party right after work. Like someone who had a good friend of the family. Their daughter was having a graduation, and so we had right after work. It was on a Friday night, so we had to like jet over there, and it was an hour away. So then we ended up just staying at my mother's house because she was like 5 minutes away from the party. So obviously, I wasn't able to do a show then. And then Saturday came, and my mom was gracious enough to say, "Hey, I'll keep the kids, except for the baby." She kept our two boys. And she's like, "You guys can go have dinner together because we never got to have our anniversary dinner." So she watched them. So that was Friday and a Saturday, and then Sunday we came back late, and then our Saturday we came back late, and then Sunday my two brothers and my sister came over with their spouses, and they all wanted to play in the arcade room. So it was like a whole weekend, man. We were dead Monday. So it was a very fun weekend. So it was fun, and our kids were dead for like Monday. They were so like just you couldn't even get them to do anything. They were just laying on the couch wanting to watch Paw Patrol. And then Tuesday came and it was like nothing happened. It was crazy. It was crazy. But tonight we got a slew of topics, guys. Stuff that's been talked about a lot, stuff maybe you haven't heard about. So we're gonna kind of ease into it here a little bit. Let's start off with some news that maybe you had heard about, maybe you didn't hear about. We're gonna start off on a kind of a light note. So Nintendo, everybody loves Nintendo, right? But for some reason they just keep fumbling. I don't know why Nintendo keeps doing this. This is an article I saw today. I was like, I gotta share this with people because it's just kind of weird. Make sure that I am looking right. Okay, yeah, switch this over. I knew it was going to do that. Trade me. There we go. Can we make this bigger? Come on now, guys. Nope. That's the one thing I do not like. So Nintendo reportedly is reportedly almost discouraging Switch 2 development as studios told to launch games on Switch 1 and rely on backwards compatibility instead. So this is kind of stunning. Switch 2 just came out. A lot of people are complaining, not complaining, but they're kind of saying, "Hey, I really would like some more games for this." They have, a few out right now that's exclusively to them, but apparently Nintendo is almost almost discouraging, that's in quotes, development of Switch 2 games by a third party. At least it sounds like third party studios. Um, it says according to Digital Foundry, Nintendo is restricting its supply of Switch 2 development hardware, and instead of telling some studios to launch their titles as Switch 1 games that can be played via backwards compatibility. So, just kind of a weird move. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be promoting your new system if you're wanting to get this out here in front of people and say, "Hey, we want you to buy our new system, please do." And then you're telling game developers, "Don't make games for this though. Make them for the old system because we still want to sell those that we've jacked up the price on." Um, and keep this going. It's just kind of a weird move. I don't know what they're trying to do. Maybe they think they can sell more games that way because they can still play it on the first Switch, and then also play it on the 2? I don't know. What's everyone's thoughts on this one? Leave a comment in the chat about this one. It says, "This has sparked frustration among a number of developers, including at least one major AAA studio, unable to launch a Switch 2 native version of their game, while hardware is given to some indie creators, including including the team behind the campfire simulation." So they gave the people with the campfire simulation the hardware for the Switch 2 to make their game, but for some reason, um, it they don't like they don't like anyone else to have that. So um, says here, Mr. Encoder, and it was amazing, epic. Unfortunately, it already clipped off that part, so you had to be there. I don't know what I do. What did I do? I missed the first 10 minutes of the greatest show in Home Arcade tonight. Oh, what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bill was over. Bill was over. So I just went right into it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was like, well, people are waiting. I had 20 some people waiting. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But it's just kind of funny. Like Nintendo keeps doing this where they take this they just keep going forward and then moving back, like moving forward and moving back. I don't know. Do you think this is a good move by Nintendo, guys? Do you think this is what they should be doing? Um, I heard this Sonic Racer though. I already want to be entry from Sega. I want to be Mario Kart. So yeah, the Sega Crossworlds. That I think Sega, our Sonic Racing Crossworlds, let's just say, they've always been like that. Sonic Racing. It's kind of like they really want to be Mario, so they keep doing that. I didn't know Bill was on tonight. Yeah, he was on. He took kind of the Super Game Room dude's spot, and then he sent people over this way. Yeah, so he was on. He was on. Now it's the second greatest show in Home Arcade. Yeah, Mr. Encoder, you got to be on it. A developed console will always have a higher margin. Use the new thing to make more money than with the old thing. Exactly. How we doing, Fireside Arcade? Thinking about selling my Switch 2. Lost interest with all the drama. Wow. So we have people even wanting to get rid of their Switches here in the chat. Sonic Racer looks like Speedstorm. I didn't play it yet, so I can't be 100%. Okay, okay. But yeah, that was kind of my first little topic that I just wanted to get in there. And I hate that I keep having to report negative things about Nintendo, but they just keep doing it. I think last time it was they had a charity that had used their games and they had warned them and made them like strip all their games, Nintendo games from the charity. So it's just like they just can't win. It's awful, man. It's awful. uh, but that was my light news. That was my light news. So yes, yes. Now move on to the next subject, the one that everybody's been talking about. Let's just get it out of the way because we know seen post after post about this. A lot of people's been talking about it, and that is this extreme arcade coming out. A lot of people saw this. I believe it was on Michael B's his video. Whenever he did his extreme, he did this extreme. That's how he did it. Um, But so we saw everyone voted for these that did the pre-order, and they ended up going with number 3, which I think is a pretty good option on these. I don't think it was a bad idea to have people vote. I know a lot of times, like RK One Up would just throw something out there, and people be like, "Dude, I hate this. I have to pay another $250 to get something to cover this up." So letting people vote, then it's kind of like, "Hey, you chose this." Like, like, it's not our fault. Like, if you don't like the artwork, like this is your vote, so this is not on us anymore. So you have to kind of blame ourselves if you didn't get the one that you wanted. Oh, yeah, so it was definitely, definitely, absolutely, I should say, our faults, whatever this ended up being. So, number 3, though, I don't think was a bad pick. There's none of these that I really was like I didn't like, 5 or 6. I was kinda like, those I don't really like the look of those, honestly. Um, I didn't like the look of number 2 either. I know it's, like, more of the what it's supposed to be, there was just a sticker on the side, but to me, it looks so bland. The only reason why I think number 2 would have been good is if you planned on modding this thing and you could just slap a sticker on the side to cover that up and do something else. Like, I was like, I get it. It was a kit and it's supposed to be like a cab, like you just put a kit in it, but it just looks so terrible to me. Looks so terrible. So I'm glad they didn't pick that one. And then we got some more renders here, of course. Had them standing next to each other. They try to like manipulate them and make them look all, cool and showing you kind of what the sides are going to be like, things like that. Also, too, Michael B brought out the deck, the deck that they had kind of redone and made sure people knew that hey, we're still keeping kind of the same deck. People were kind of worried about that. So yeah, I mean, all in all, good for everyone who ordered this. It sounds like a lot of people are happy with this decision that they've made with going with this artwork. So yeah, how about you guys? Were you happy with this choice of design, or were you kind of like, I really wish I'd done something else, or you're not interested at all? Let me know in the chat down below. But for me personally, I've said it before. I didn't pre-order this. I have the big blue that I gotten, and then also too with my Vulex. There's so many Street Fighter games that are out, packets of Street Fighter games that can play online. It just like having another Street Fighter cab in my arcade just didn't make sense for me personally. Now, if I didn't have the big blue, I might have considered this. I would have been like, okay, well, I do need a Street Fighter cab. You need a fighting cab. This probably would have been on my list of things that I would possibly buy. But unfortunately, it's just not in the cards for me to have this if I want to keep having room in my arcade because it's already getting where I'm like having a little bit of trouble with with room guys with room. I know they did mention too the monitors in this. They are a little bit different. I could pull up the Reddit. Let's pull up the Reddit. Let me go back to here. Cancel this. I don't go on Reddit much. I don't know if you guys do. It's just not my place. Like I don't really. I don't go on it like very often. It's just not my forte. I don't know. I've been on there for advice. Gotta zoom this in. Holy moly. That's not my forte kind of thing. Um, but some people love it. They can get lost in it. If I needed like again, if I need advice on something, sometimes I'll go to Reddit and kind of see if someone else ask it and what they said, even like household stuff. How do I unclog a drain? And they'll have like a little question thing, and people kind of say how to do it. So it's good for that. Yeah, pull up Reddit. I post there quite a bit. I bet you do. I bet you do, Mystery Coder. 1000% happy. Everything turned out even better than I expected. Good for you. I ordered the Alpha 2 cab, and I'm very happy with this. And I'm a diehard Capcom fan for life. So, see, that's what I'm saying. The response is really good, which is Extreme is more to hammer home. It's even bigger than before. Oh, okay. So we went extreme. Sorry, I have to do that now because Michael B did it. Extreme. So, um, I'm all around mad because it's Street Fighter, and that's the problem too. I know some people were kind of defending it because they said it is different Street Fighter. We have the Alpha series on this one, and I get that too. But it is also like, man, we've had so many Street Fighters, even though the most of them were Street Fighter 2. It was like, okay, Street Fighter again. So everyone who's in the home arcade community, they probably have a Street Fighter or two. that's that's the issue. Is it's just like Okay, now we have another Street Fighter that we could buy to be next to that Street Fighter. But that one's probably also Street Fighter 2, and this one's gonna be Street Fighter 2. So do I keep that one? Do I get rid of this one? I don't know. Um, so I could imagine there's gonna be a volume increase of Street Fighter arcade one-ups on your local Facebook marketplace. I was thinking about it and then realized it was not made by Atgames. He's just taunting me. Ajax is just like, or Ace Jax, he's just like, I'm taunting you now. Talk about how much you hate things. Not yet. You have to wait for that. You have to wait for that. Um, so yeah, and maybe James, I mean, he's our like responder here. He knows everything, but it says 68 inches high, uh, 24 inches wide, and 28 inches deep. I don't know how that was different from what it was originally. And then two, they have this new monitor in there, which I was wondering about the monitor, and Bill went over it really well. But I was just wondering from a modding standpoint, like would that benefit people more? Like, could they take the bezel off and do something completely different with it because they could have a bigger TV because it's a monitor just sitting there being blocked off by a bezel. Um, I mean, it's kind of like, could you do something more? That's just what I'm thinking. Like, just take that bezel off and be like, okay, now I have this huge screen that I can do something with compared to having that bezel all the way around. So I'm sure there's gonna be modders out there that do something with it. Um, but I'm looking forward to seeing that too. I'm like, okay, how are people going to get in here and do stuff with it? Especially with the pie in there too. I know that they're saying you can't get into the pie. There's not going to be easy access with the SD card, but they could just swap out a whole pie if you want to. And also too, with our community, I know there's going to be some that are going to give us the know-how on getting into that pie. Not that I'm promoting it. I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying that's just how things go. um, all right. So they heard our feedback, and again, these are what I showed earlier, and it does show that seam in there. I don't know how well you can see it on the stream here, but maybe I could do this. Whoop, there, you can see it. So it does have that seam there in the middle. So they're kind of be built like the deluxe cabs, where they're gonna have that seam through there. So that's kind of like, I didn't think the one that Fox and uh, oh my gosh, Justin Console Kits and B put together had the seam. Maybe I'm mistaken and don't remember it, but I thought it was a solid side panel. But again, this makes sense because shipping that huge side panel, 68 inches high, it's going to be a little tough. Now, I do like how they have kind of made the marquees bigger, and I feel like this is a little bit more put back into the cab, which may not be true, but it looks like it to me in the renders. And I just think it looks better all the way around. I didn't know they had light up coin doors either. That's how much I know about this. But that's cool they have light up coin doors. I can't wait till. Now here's what's weird. I just noticed this. If you're looking at, which you can't see on this screen, but on the right, that alpha cab has a little bit. I don't know if it's just what I'm seeing, but it looks like it's a little bit deeper on this side. If you look, how or where the screen's positioned, it almost looks like it's a little bit like further set back than the Street Fighter 2 one. It might just be the um, way they put the renders together. Maybe it did that. Um, why is your voice video out of sync? I have no idea. Um, a seam is fine. I feel like I'm watching Kung Fu movie. Everybody was kung fu fighting. I probably get in trouble for that. Um, it's bigger because they promise a 19-inch monitor, and to get a 19-inch monitor playfield, that much more cost effective. 60 by 9 monitor, you need extra room, I'm guessing. Absolutely, yeah. So it wasn't out of they were kind of saying they're doing this because fans were saying they wanted a bigger machine, but maybe it's because they were wanting they needed to do it because of the the screen they're putting in it. So they played it off maybe like, hey, you guys wanted this, so we're gonna give you it. And really it's like, we had to do this to save some money. Like, you never know. I can't wait for an actual cab to come out. So, if the first one that we can actually see on camera built in someone's home, I feel like that's whenever it's really going to feel real for everyone. because right now these renders, they're nice, they're cool, but to me it just doesn't make it doesn't make it seem real until you get that in front of you. It's out of sync. I don't know how to fix that, guys. I don't know how to fix that. Um, yeah, the driver I'm sure is the monitor. I don't know. I don't know. Let's stop sharing and see if it gets better. Let me know if that gets any better. Am I still out of sync? I don't think it's the audio. I think there's a delay between his brain and his mouth. That's true. That's true. Like, I'm sorry, Mr. Encoder. I'm trying. I'm trying. I can't do anything. I can't do anything with my hands. I can't. Um uh See, this is for your entertainment, guys. This is what I'm saying. This is for your entertainment. This is not for me. This is pure entertainment for you guys. Absolutely. See, no one even noticed, Mr. Encoder. No one even noticed. No one even noticed. Oh, would it help if I did this? Would this make it any better? Yeah. Look, my audio is perfectly fine. Would that help? Did that help? It probably just made y'all really dizzy. Um, but just speak faster until the sound catches up to your mouth. Okay. I think it's perfectly fine watching. I like what you used to watch Godzilla movies. There you go. Okay, but how do you guys feel about this news that's come out? I know some people had said that they're great. They feel great about it. They think this is exactly what they wanted. Other people are kind of like meh. But let me know in the chat what you think. I want to know. Get your opinions on this. So far, the poll is resoundingly get a new drink. People uh do not want that old drink. They want the new drink, which is fine. Just got 69.9% better. I thought it was just the whiskey I'm drinking. Hey, yeah. Maybe if you have another one, then my lips will go into sync. That's what it is, guys. You have to have a little bit more, and then it's like, oh, it all matches now. That's the way my streams are. You gotta have a couple. Speaking of drinks, we do have the drink of the night, which is the Tappers. This is the last Friday for it. The last time you get to do this until we do it again years down the road. But the Tapper root beer float. This is the last week. I actually started in before we started, and then I drank a little bit of it. Um, it's delicious. If you haven't tried it, please try it. If you like root beer floats. So with this, again, it is rum chata right here. One shot of that. One shot of vanilla crown and just a can of your favorite root beer. And you mix it together. And actually, this was one of the popular drinks whenever people were here. And if you're a part of my, let me show it here. Let me go over here. If you are a part of my uh, subscribers on my YouTube, hopefully you saw the post that I made because I love a good old fashioned, and I make the perfect old fashioned. And I made a post about it because this is what happens every time that I go and I have people over and they realize that I'm good at making old fashions. I end up serving them all night. So these are the four that I made at that time. I'm like, I'm getting a picture of this, so I could show people. Like every time that we get together, they were like, "Oh, what do you have to drink?" And I'm like, "Well, I can make. I have stuff for rum and cokes. I can make." My sister and one of my brothers, she wanted one of these to try, and then everyone else is like, "Make your old fashions. Make your old fashions." Even the drinking is out of sync. I want to totally freak people out. Hopefully, it corrects it. I don't know why it's doing it. Um, I've never had this issue before. This is like the first time. It's weird. Uh, Brandy sounds good right now. So yeah, that's the problem. You start making a good drink, and then it's like now you got to make all of them. Like people are like, "Oh, you make it good, so you're gonna have to keep pouring." But it was a good time. It was a good time. We were again very tired, very tired. But I'll take that down. Uh, There we go. Back. Love a good old fashioned. And see, it's already started. It's already started. See, she wants one, so I have to go upstairs and make her one after I'm done here. Um, which is not good. Which is not good. Okay, on to the next thing. So a lot of people haven't talked about this. I know it's kind of a newer stuff, but okay, Lego games. They're usually for children. I mean, they're fun to play. I like the Star Wars ones. That's whenever I was younger, that's what I used to play. Even the newer one, I didn't mind. I thought it was pretty cool. But they're coming out with a Batman one, and they're saying it's like, just this amazing Lego Batman that they want to try and promote. Let me get this up here. And I did put hopefully I don't get copyright strike. Actually, last week, I can tell you guys, or not last week, but the week before, whenever I was doing the Turtles voting with everyone, I got tagged for that. Like they were like, "Oh, you use this stuff," and I was like, "But I was giving commentary, and it's all we're all good. No sound was playing. Like I was talking throughout the whole thing, but they were like, "Sorry, bro. Like you can't even do that with some things." It was very weird. It was very weird. Uh, but yeah, here is the reveal of this uh new Batman Lego. Now, at first, I was just like, "Yeah, whatever. It's uh, what are we waiting for?" Oh, you forgot. Don't forget the gummies. I want to have competition between Shotgun Sean and Meatball Saucy. Hey, there you go. I can't put that up there, James. I just wrote what you wrote. Uh, fixed your Burger Time Babe. Fixed your internet. Am I back in sync? Am I back in sync? Maybe it was whatever I had up. Like, they was like not liking it. I don't know. Um. So yeah. So this is like a Arkham Knight, basically, Lego version, and they're saying this is like almost like they couldn't make another Arkham Knight, so they're just like, oh, it's like a Lego version, like for kids, I guess. And the fighting style they say is exactly the same as, are close to the fighting style on the Arkham games. So I was actually like, this looks pretty sweet. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I might actually end up picking this one up just to see how the fighting style is. And you fight groups like you do on the regular Batman Arkham games. The last one I played was the one for MetaQuest, which was fine. Like I didn't mind that one, but I couldn't play it for very long just because I kept getting kind of dizzy. So I didn't really. I got about 10 hours into it, and I was like, yeah, I'll move on to the other things for right now. Wasn't quite keeping my attention. And man, if you don't stay on that game and remember what you're supposed to grab, you look like a fool. Like I was sitting there for probably 10 minutes trying to figure out how to grab my batarang, doing this move. I was like, how do I grab this thing? Where is my batarang? And I'm like touching myself all over, and I couldn't find it for like. I finally had to Google it. Like, how do I grab my batarang? And I was like, okay, this is how. This is how. So I was finally able to do it, and I was like, this shouldn't be this hard. Um, I don't know. I'm assuming it's probably be between 60 and $70. That's what they are nowadays. But it's coming 2026. Build a legacy, and there was some gameplay I want to show too of this. Let me go over here, and I have the video ready. Hopefully, I don't get dinged for this. Oh, see, Ace of Jacks, he knows 69.99. Yeah, I assume it's probably 70. Um, okay, so this right here is IGN, and they do show some more gameplay. If it doesn't like crash out on me here, it's probably like we have to make sure everything's out of sync. So this is I tried to fast forward to where you can actually see some of the fighting. Here it is. So yeah, it's just like in Batman Arkham, where you got a whole group and you're just going through them, and you press certain buttons to counteract people attacking you from behind and things like that. So I'm like, dude, this is so cool. Like that they were like, okay, let's do this now. Let's kind of give them like a little salute back to the original Arkham, which I wish they would make more of those. Um, I hear Bobcat Goldthwait is voicing Batman. Yeah, man. Kevin Conroy, he can't do it. that was like when people used to ask me like, "Who's your Batman?" I'd always be like, "It's Kevin Conroy. Like that's my Batman." Like people say, you know, whoever else, but that's usually who mine is because I'm like he was like that was whenever I heard that voice, it was always that was Batman to me. But yeah, what do you guys think of this? Is this something you think you plan on picking up, or do you think you're not going to worry about it because it's Legos? I mean, is this something that's interesting to you guys? Leave a comment down below. I want to hear in the chat. Um, for sure, for sure. Let's see what you guys are saying. Uh, let's see. Dark Knight of the Lego Batman series.